For the love of God. Okay, for some weird ass reason, my stream crashed again. I have to look into what's happening here, because every time I stream, it crashes. What on earth is happening? Yeah, so it crashed. Why? Okay. I have no idea why it keeps crashing. That is just so damn annoying. So apparently this can happen if I have bitrate too high, which is, I don't think I do, because I have 100 megabit internet, which should definitely be capable of this. 6,000 bitrate. Alright, I'm probably gonna lower the bitrate for the next stream to see if that prevents it from crashing. God, that's annoying. Because it happens every time I stream. Every time it crashes. Although it didn't used to do that, is the thing. I used to be able to stream for like 10 hours without it crashing. And now I stream like 1.5 hours and it crashes. Which is, you know, annoying. Alright, whatever. I didn't actually have time to run this before I noticed that the stream crashed, so... Disable the bloom. Let's reset. Reconnect the entity. Set this to -0.5. Set all of these to 3 and disable breaking. Save that. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that is what I want. That is beautiful. Okay. What if I lock? Yeah, what if I lock Y and Z? Then we should basically get hinge joint, right? So it should only be able to rotate like this. I think. Yep, that's what we get, so I understand exactly what they do. Cool. And what if I set them to limited? So will that actually apply these limits in that case? I think it is. Also, oh right, I forgot that cube falls from like 300 meters. Also, E-Man, what's up, man? Good to see you. That is awesome. Oh, I love joints. Yeah, and here we can see the limits very clearly. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright guys, so we have these 6 joints. So what if I lock this and set these to free spin? Will that work? Yeah. That is awesome. So in theory, this is everything we need to actually make a ragdoll system. So I did not expect this to work so quickly. I will say that. But no, I mean, it works. Would be cool if we could visualize these settings again. Right now, yeah, we're not even visualizing the anchor offset. But oh, okay, cool. Now I run into this like problem of what do I work on now? Yeah, that's a good question. There are probably quite a lot of kind of cleanup things that I can do. For example, you can see this debug rendering is incorrect. It's not rendering properly. Probably due to some scaling issue. So I could be working on like that kind of stuff, because according to this like little repo, that is all I need to work on ragdolls. The thing is, I'm gonna have to familiarize myself with the skeleton system first to kind of figure out how that works and set that up. I suppose what we could in theory do is load up animation test here, where we actually have these stormtroopers, and I could start like adding joints to these guys and see if that works or if it crashes, because that is like my next point in my to-do list. Right? Build a test scene using Stormtrooper and manually make it ragdoll to tweak the different values and mass distributions before auto-generating it. Right? Because the plan is that we're going to be able to auto-generate a ragdoll from a skeleton. But I can check this right now. So I suppose I could just start doing this. So like the hips, they would have a... Please stop. I don't like the fact that the animations play in edit mode. It's making... yeah, I don't like that. So like the hips would connect to the spine to neck, to head. Let's try this. Except it's... Oh, I could actually stop playing the animation. Yeah, because this isn't like a physics simulated object, I don't think. But tell you what, let's duplicate it, move it over, and we're gonna make this dude ragdoll manually by configuring all the joints. So may want to enable root motion and do this, but okay, so hips, we will have a configurable joint, because that needs to rotate around the Y, and well, it basically needs to be able to rotate around all axes, but it needs to be limited around the Y and Z axis, right? Because like you can't bend too much around those axes. So x-axis is going to be free rotation. These are going to be limited. We will not have it. Wait. This isn't a valid entity. What? Well, this is interesting. Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot to replace that. Good thing we caught that. I don't know why, but what if you make a scene where the stormtrooper goes on a free fall and a C# script triggers the ragdoll? Yeah, we could do that as like a demo scene. But I think before that, I definitely want to like just make sure that I can configure the joints correctly. Because that whole kind of integration where, because I'm gonna have to integrate the kind of ragdolling with animation. So because like in Unity, the way you would do ragdoll from an animation, or rather from an animated skeleton, is you would essentially have two different prefabs, I think. At least that's the way it used to be done. And you'd have to switch from the animated one to the ragdoll one when you wanted it to, and you'd have to set the pose. I want that to be automatic in Hazel, right? So I effectively want you to be able to have a single prefab that can do animation and at the same time switch to ragdoll using the current animated pose. That may require like adding a ragdoll component or something like that. That can like interact with C# and enable all the joints when you say call a ragdoll function or something like that. But yeah, no, that's actually a really good idea for a little demo scene. Animation test. Again, duplicate it. Move it over, let's save it this time. Stop the animation. Okay, so hips, configurable joint, x-axis is going to be free rotation, it's not going to be breakable. That will connect to the spine, I think, yep. Which means we're going to have to go positive 0.5 in the anchor offset. So if I do that, we get a crash because we didn't assign it an actor, of course. I need to make it so that doesn't crash. Thankfully I did save that. But this is good. This is why we do testing. To discover these sorts of issues. So if I assign it good, let's give this guy a rigid body that's dynamic and a capsule collider there. Enable physics debug, and that's massive. this is where it would be really nice to be able to visualize the actual bones. I should probably send 0x a message about that. And just make a little note on that, because that would be super useful to have that. Ask. Okay, good. Because, like, yeah, I have no idea how big this is gonna be. It's probably gonna be tiny. Where is it? The inside? Yeah. Let's enable show collaterals on top. That's probably too small. I have no idea how big this is. Let's do all. Because that way I can check. Okay, so it should probably be a bit bigger then. Alright. And these are the kinds of things that we're going to be automatically generating. So obviously I can just get like the length of the bone and set the scale of the collider to the appropriate thing. I should probably also look at how Unity does this. Let's quickly save that. And we still get a crash, because the parent doesn't have one. I guess. But, yeah, because it doesn't have a collider, so it doesn't get a... It doesn't get a rigid body generated for it. So this one doesn't have one. This should also be a dynamic rigid body. Now it shouldn't crash. Good. We don't see anything happening, but it doesn't crash. It's possible that this is because we don't have a collider here. Or it's possible that nothing's happening because the animation system is preventing it. That's also possible. Because if we look at this... Yeah, I have a feeling the animation system is stopping this from being ragdolled. Tell you what. Let's try giving the left arm a rigid body, making it dynamic. No, let's make it static. We give it a capsule collider. We make it smaller. Like that. We give that a hinge joint. We connect that to the forearm, which will have a dynamic rigid body. and again a capsule collider. I just want to see if this works. I don't think it will, because I think I'm gonna have to kind of go in and tell the animation system to not do this, to not like control the position all the time. Let's also position it a bit better. Like that. Save it. Yeah. Because the animation system is controlling this. What if I enable root motion? No, I don't think that's the problem here. The problem is definitely that the animation system is controlling it. And I have no idea where that happens. So I'm gonna have to ask Cyrex about that as well. Entity. Okay. Well, either way, we do have D6 joints now, which is cool as... Well, it's this cool. We have hinge joints, which look awesome as well. I'm probably gonna go ahead and end the stream right now, because I don't really... Like, I can't start working on this until I've spoken to 0x and kind of integrated the whole thing with the animation system. And I'm gonna have to also look into how to do proper like debug rendering for the joints, because currently it's not that great. But yeah, no, this is super cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and commit this, and I'm gonna end the stream after that. It's also getting close to dinner time, so let's commit that. I'm obviously gonna have to fix up the Rugged Dev, what's up? I'm also gonna have to deal with the whole situation of this, because currently it's not in a good state, I don't think, the API itself. Add a basic D6 joints. Yeah, I mean, there's not much for me to explain there. It's literally just that. So let's go and commit that. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. So thank you all for watching. I'm gonna try and fix the whole stream crash issue before the next stream. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a lovely day or night, depending on where you are. Bye bye.